My favorite thing about Scoop and about Goldie in particular is what a strong sense she has of the types of people that she likes to hire. And it results not only in a great company, but it results in a great place to work.
There's not enough good things you can say about working for this company and just the culture and environment that you've created here. It's remarkable. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of, and for that I thank you. Who would have thought waking up 6 months ago that this is where I would be?
My favorite thing about working at Scoop News Group is how much Goldie cares about her employees. We celebrate everything: birthdays, work anniversaries, babies, engagements. We even have been taken to the spa just because she's so thankful and grateful to have all of us.
My favorite thing about working at Sng, other than the people and the culture, is the food. Goldie keeps us well fed. Yeah, both places always stocked, and it's just impossible to lose weight. Look at me. So.
My favorite part about working at Sng is the people, both on the editorial side and in the rest of the company, that I get to have a banter and rapport with every day, making every day that I come into the office, regardless of what kind of night or morning I had, I get to be excited about working with people that make me laugh and make me better at my job.
There's so many great memories with Sng and so many great memories with Goldie, but I think my favorite thing overall with the company is that it really is like a family. And Goldie always says that, but she really is like our mom, and she really cares about each employee that's here, and you really feel that. And I'm really grateful to Goldie and to be a part of the Scoop News Group family.
What I really like about working at Scoop News Group is the fact that we all feel empowered to go out and do our jobs. Everyone has their roles, and Goldie really knows the news business, and then we on the editorial team are empowered to do our jobs in a way that we know we can do it, and that leadership kind of trickles down, and we're working one-on-one with people, and then in a part of a larger group. The same page that we're all on really makes a difference, and makes it rewarding.
What I really like about working at Sng is it's a very big, work hard, play hard atmosphere. You can tell that everyone is really invested in what they're doing, and that Goldie really cares about her employees and the morale and the environment here, which makes it really fun to be here.
I love working with creative people who are so good at their jobs.
Hello! My favorite thing about working for Scoop is the people. Whatever you're doing to find everybody who's so smart and talented and really great to work with. Keep it up because it's working. Congratulations on 10 years, Goldie. Here's to 10 more.
I think my favorite thing about working at Sng is Goldie's generosity. On any given day, she might come in and decide that we need ice cream, so she'll go get us ice cream for the whole company, or she'll take us on a spa day. So it's those little things that make you feel appreciated and make you happy to be working here.
My favorite thing about working at Scoop is that I get to work with a really talented group of people covering one of the most important things in everybody's lives, whether they know it or not, and having a lot of creative freedom to pursue stories that need to be told.
The best part about working at Scoop News Group is the fact that everyone has your back, and you will never hear someone tell you no when you truly need them. Whenever I wanted to try to tackle something new, I've always felt empowered and had the full support of the team from Goldie down. Everyone truly cares about each other and is willing to put your needs above theirs in order to make sure that you accomplish your goals. Through her own actions, Goldie has created a unique culture which blends selflessness and passion. I feel lucky every day that I am able to work for Goldie and with the entire team at Scoop News Group. Although I've only worked at Scoop News Group for about a year and a half, it's amazing to hear and look back at all of the amazing things Scoop News Group has accomplished these past 10 years. I'm so happy to be a part of it all and look forward to continue to do great things with Goldie and the rest of the team here at Scoop News Group.
Hey Goldie, congratulations on your 10-year anniversary for FedScoop and Scoop News Group. I'm really proud to be a part of the team. It's a great team that you've built and a great reputation in this market, and look forward to many great years ahead.
Hi Goldie, congrats on 10 years. Some of my favorite memories over the last 2 years that I've been here. The FedScoop 50 was one of my first events, and seeing the gorgeous setup we did, the food, the drinks, everyone's dresses, and the fact that it was such a great community really showed me that I had come to work for an awesome place. And similarly, last year at the FedScoop 50, after some of my medical issues, your mom pulled me aside and wanted to check in, and that really showed me that not only is it a family to you, but it's a family to your family, and we're all part of it together, and I think you built something really special. So, congratulations, looking forward to the next 10.
My favorite memory of working here was a couple months after I started. It was Goldie's birthday, and we played a game where she had to guess which facts apply to which team member. Being pretty new, that was kind of fun for me, because it was fun to watch Goldie guess whether I was the person who was the championship golfer, or had ever dived off a 30-foot cliff. But it showed how much she likes her team and how much she likes to get to know them and make this really a family. And it was a very good example of how we celebrate each other, our achievements, and certainly our birthdays. And so that will always stick with me as a fun time getting to know everybody at Scoop News.
I would have to say my favorite Goldie moment is the first time she spoke fake French. That was like my second day in the office, and she goes, I'm just thinking, I hear some French in there, but there's a lot of musical notes.
One of my earliest memories of working with Goldie is working on a major CIO event, and it was a dinner. And after everything was done and completed, Goldie said, I feel like I just had a baby. And since then, I know I have heard her say that to numerous people here over numerous events that she's had. So she's had a lot of them. And it is, or it speaks a lot to kind of how Goldie thinks about not only the events, but everything that we do at Scoop News. She literally thinks of it as something that she owns or loves, or and everyone on her team as family. So it's probably one of my earliest memories, and also one of my favorite.
So I've been here a long time now, so it's hard to pick a favorite moment, favorite Goldie moment. There's a lot of them, but I try to go back to very early on when I kind of figured out who Goldie was and how generous she was when she went on her first big summer vacation, which she tends to do every year. And instead of planning her own fun, well, of course she was planning fun things for herself, but she decided to plan a ton of fun things for the office to do as well while she was gone, and it kind of opened my eyes to what kind of great leader and just generous person she is. And I think over the years that kind of showed me why I love working for her, because she expects a lot out of you and to work very hard and to kind of do your best at all times, and gives you a lot of opportunities to do those things, but she also rewards you very well. So I guess going back to that time, she set up time for us to go on little field trips and do all these cool little things while she was gone, and it kind of opened my eyes to the type of person and how she's a little different than other past bosses have had.
My favorite Goldie memory is actually from my interview. I had just gotten back from a trip to Disney World, and I distinctly remember Goldie saying, well, I have the best story from Disney World. I've got to tell it to you. And then I got hired, and it's a year later, and I still don't know the story, Goldie. Tell me the story, come on.
My favorite, it's not so much a memory, but it's just my favorite thing that I love about Goldie, just period, end of story, is her infectious energy. She is this vibrant, bubbly personality. anywhere, she walks into, she lights up the room, and it's infectious. Her big smile, again, her big heart, because she's this warm and inviting and approachable person and lovable. By default, she's created an environment here where we have an awesome culture, awesome, colleagues. We all work well together. We work hard, we play hard, and it's fun, So it's pretty cool to see what she's built, that vision, and everyone here obviously is very much in support of that vision, and it's happy, it's a joy to be part of that dream. So
actually, my first day working here as an intern happened to be Goldie's birthday, and everybody at the beginning of the day played a game where Goldie tried to guess a pre-written fun fact about everybody. This was within like a couple of hours of me setting foot into this building, and so it was all very weird, but I guess it kind of set the tone for what it would be like working here.
My favorite Goldie moment is during the World Cup. She got so excited and supporting her team, and it was hilarious to watch.
So my favorite Goldie memory was my interview for SNG, and I wanted to get an idea about how Goldie worked with her team, so I asked her what she appreciated most about the staff here, and she gushed for about 5 minutes about just how awesome and amazing her team was, and that's when I knew that I was going to be working for somebody who really appreciated the work that everybody puts forward in this organization and sees the accomplishments that are being done.
So my favorite Goldie story is actually, let's see, I have no idea when this happened precisely, but Goldie was invited to a dinner at the White House, I believe it's part of her work with the White House Historical Association, and she came in the following Monday after this event and sort of hijacked the Monday meeting for a few minutes before every team gave their update to tell the whole company about how this interaction had gone down. And in typical Goldie style, you could envision the White House. It was just a really fantastic story and told really well by Goldie, which I think speaks to her just larger than life personality. And it's my favorite Goldie memory.
Like a year or so ago, I ran into Steve Harris at a bar, and he just insisted that we took a selfie and sent it to Goldie, and due to a baseball hat and some poor lighting, Goldie had no idea who I was in the photo, and it sent her on this discovery, thinking that people from other companies were pretending to work at our company and telling him that they were working here, though they weren't. And after I was able to say, no, that is me in the picture, we got quite a laugh.
What I love most about SNG is the culture, the family culture that Goldie's created here. So looking back, almost 7 years, can't believe it. Just one of my most favorite memories of Goldie. I have many, but one that I think is most memorable is when I had my son 5 years ago. He came early, as both of my children have, and Goldie had just flown out to South by Southwest, and when Goldie found out, she took the next flight back from Austin and came to the hospital immediately and was there right after I'd given birth to Patrick. He was in the NICU. She was there holding him, loving on him, helping me. I can't even describe it. She was just there on all fronts, and that was just a super memorable thing there. Not many CEOs, I don't know of any CEO would actually do that for one of their employees. So that was very, very touching.
So I don't have one individual memory, I would say. I think that I would span it out over my entire 4 years here, 4+ years, because it's looking back on it and reflecting on it, Goldie's really empowered me, not just necessarily in my career, but through a big chapter of my life. When I started here, I was newly married. I don't even think I was 30 yet, and now I have 2 children, a budding family, and I'm supporting that and supporting this new venture and Cyberscoop, and Goldie has been supportive throughout that entire stretch, which is, it's been extremely, just being extremely supportive and being able to grow and try new things and figure all of this out while we're building something has really been one of the most rewarding things, if not the most rewarding things about working here. And I look forward to seeing the fruits of the past 4 years, laying the ground for the next 5, 10, 15 years of this company and seeing where things go.
I can think of a lot of Goldie moments. The ones that I appreciate the most are the ones where she has really been super generous with everybody at retreats and at lunches and just in recognizing everybody. But I think one of my favorite moments was probably at one of the first Fed 50 awards that I was at, when she introduced me to her mom and dad. And I really appreciated the way her mom and dad truly respected the company that Goldie built, her achievements, and just saw a lot of love there, and said a lot about Goldie as well and how she treats people here. And I'll always remember that special twinkle in her father's eye when I met them that night at the party.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Cheers to 10 awesome years.
Happy 10 years, SNG.
Do we look like a 10?
There you go.
Happy 10 years.
Let's try it again. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Happy 10 years. How about just happy anniversary?
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
1, 2, 3.
Happy anniversary.
What am I saying again? I don't want to say we love the LaCroix, that's so
Oh my god, okay. So Chris just told me that these other videos have been outstanding, and my first take was not outstanding, it was from the heart, and it was very heartfelt. And I suppose that's a good thing, but SNG is a great place because you can go do karaoke with your coworkers and they won't judge you too much after that happens. SNG is a great place to work, but it'll be better when I figure out how to control the Sonos remotely. What is my favorite thing about working at SNG? I like the sappy stuff. I like LaCroix, which is pronounced LaCroix, turns out. Everyone pronounces it wrong. I say LaCroix, which is so far from wrong, but it's just what I think. LaCroix is apparently the right pronunciation. LaCroix is the French pronunciation. What was this about? Oh. What was funny there is I was just like, what was this about? To my wall. There's no one there. My favorite thing about working at SNG is the opportunity to do big things all the time. Whether it's running a publication or hosting an event or coming up with the next big idea that's going to transform the way that our company works and maybe even the way that the industry works. SNG is a place where you can do that. And it's been that way, for the 4.5 years that I've been here, and hopefully for the next 10 years that it's a company. So happy 10th anniversary, SNG. Happy to be here.